To absolutely nobody's surprise, Twitch is again struggling with keeping people breaking terms of service off of their platform. And no, I'm not talking about Hassan today, I'm talking about Nina Lin. Nina Lin has been in the headlines surrounding her behavior, more specifically the alleged sexual assault that she did to two separate individuals, and then on her stream back, that's right, her maximum ban was 1 week. On the return stream, she did the same thing to a 16-year-old. This video is consisting of me on a previous live stream going over most of the details surrounding Nina Lin's story from the beginning towards the end. You're also going to see me pop in towards the end so I can show you guys the clip of what I just told you about Nina Lin doing that to a 16-year-old. With all that being said, if you're new here, end up enjoying this, consider subscribing. We're close to our 100K goal. Also, I know this one sounds weird, but apparently YouTube has like a hype system. I think it makes the video do better, so if you think it deserves a hype, give one. But regardless of if you do either of those things, thank you for watching. I didn't cover the story because the Mizkif stuff was going on at the same time. There was some other stuff that had come out. And this Nina Lin thing had been existing for a while. Didn't she essay a minor on her return stream too? Yeah. It just gets worse. It just gets worse. Nina Lin, she's a streamer. She's been doing some stuff with Agent in China. They had done a stream, I believe, in China. I don't know her entire history on the internet, so let me do a quick little Google AI research review. She's kind of gaining some traction doing streams with Agent, all that. So here's the original clip. This is the original clip that resurfaced going over this entire ordeal. She's at another streamer, I believe Silky, and the person that she ends up assaulting is Silky's assistant, Saeed, I believe.
Oh my God. Saeed, come here. I got you. Hey, come here.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
He's 23.
No.
He's consensual.
No, he's not consenting.
Yes, he is.
He's not even saying nothing.
He likes it. Yeah, give.
Oh, no.
That is Nina in the back here.
I don't think he wants to.
Yeah, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Hold on. Hold on. Sit down.
Yo.
Sit down.
Now Nina might not have heard it, but he said it.
I don't think he wants to.
I don't think he wants to. I don't know if body language would also help here. I don't think it could be clearer that this guy's not fucking interested. I'm sure that you guys can understand what I'm about to explain here. If you are in a public-facing situation, you're with your friends or something, or maybe it's like business related, which makes it a bit tougher to like relate to. There are situations where something happens to you, you're not stoked about it. Matter of fact, you're not really happy with it at all, but you choose to, for the sake of whatever, kind of public engagement you're in with, maybe it's like close friends, something like that. Maybe it's like a friend's partner touches you inappropriately, something like that. You're not going to make a huge stink of it in the moment. You don't want to ruin the entire moment, especially if like it's going to bother other people or like it's a very serious thing. You're just going to kind of let it play out. You don't want to rock the boat in that moment, especially with like these people. You can see that he's kind of like laughing it off. He's trying to get away from her very clearly, but he's got a smile, People have pointed to that as saying, well, how could she know that's not okay? How could Nina know that pulling a man who's resisting her away from like touching him inappropriately, followed by her other friend like shaking her ass on him when he clearly is not consenting, how could she know that she wasn't supposed to do that? I guess if her parents didn't mention that, she didn't catch that, moral class, maybe it could have slipped her mind. But yeah, needless to say, wasn't super stoked. And the biggest thing coming out of it is that he ended up saying he was really not okay about that. Here are some of the screenshots from him talking about this, Saeed himself. So this is what he had to say. I've been vocal about the situation originally and nobody cared. It took me a lot to talk about it again, and for the third time it has hurt me once again where it'll take me time to heal from it again. I've been invalidated by the other parties, which don't realize what it did. Clearly not happy about what's been going on. He also talked about, and this was taken as well, here's this part as well. Are you mentally and emotionally traumatized not only with the physical aspect? They didn't even post the full thing. There is a part where they literally take me to the room and try to pull down my clothing. And then they ask, not standing with her, but why didn't you talk about this earlier? And why was you laughing in the clip? Shit was definitely wrong, but come on. He says, when it originally happened, most people were attacking me and I felt so uncomfortable talking about it that I only talked about it with people that I know. That was then further corroborated. Yeah, he did talk about it behind closed doors, but like crazy shit to happen while you're live streaming. This is what we're talking about here.
Take it off. Hey, yo, cut the cameras. Yo, cut the cameras, bro. Zo, do your shit. Let me get my Louis Vuitton scarf. Hold on, bitch. No outside clothes on the bed. Hold on. What's going on?
Turn the cameras off. I don't know if that's normalized for Nina, but just not. Yeah, most people can understand without taking a lesson in ethics or morals that, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that to someone that you know is not explicitly down for something like that. If there were two men doing that to a woman, there wouldn't be controversy. It would just be mind-blowing that these two dudes are like still on the platform. They probably wouldn't be on the platform. That's fucking insane. So yeah, he responded. He starts talking about it. That was kind of like, you know, bringing this news up and started to get the ball rolling, so to speak. Oh, here's the other one. This is Nina denying. So this ends up right. So it ends up gaining traction. He ends up talking about it. And then Nina actually ends up speaking about it again. And she denies that there was any SA. She also said that it was embarrassing for him as a guy. Oh.
I feel like you did some shit wrong.
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I was actually looking for Saeed. I was gonna talk to him because he definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me, I take accountability what I do. If you dead ass felt disrespected, I didn't know. So you gotta let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
You ain't see Saeed today?
No, I was looking for him. I was looking everywhere for him.
How you trying to patch that up?
I think he came out.
No, he was here. But I didn't see him at all. I saw him one time and he disappeared.
No, the moment I came over, he wasn't here. I'm not trying to be his friend, though. Why was he a bitch? Okay. But with Saeed, though, I do gotta talk to Saeed. You feel me?
He would feel embarrassed as a guy for that happening. Yeah, she also just denies that it's SA. I think I saw a voice critical video talking about this. I got to join in on him with the hot take here. Sexual assault bad. And it's mind-blowing that she thought the right move in this situation to just deny that sexual assault happened when it was literally on camera. He expressed how he felt about it. And this is the follow-up is that, yeah, honestly, he should be embarrassed. Like, he'd be embarrassed for that to be SA. Like, how could a man deal with that? That is not only corroborated by her in this situation, but she also has someone talking about it as well, Fan, but we'll get to that point later on. She does end up later addressing this situation. This is all kind of like leading up exposition. There is more that has recently come out. Keep in mind, this shit hits the fan. She is going to follow up later by making a mockery of the situation, making fun of it, but we'll get there. So this follows into Nina Lin later actually addressing the situation. She said that she thought it was a joke and acknowledges that she was in the wrong.
He's okay with that ass. Because he's been very nice. He's always been very nice to me, you know? Who are we talking about? Guys, we're talking about Saeed. And this situation, what I'm talking about, has nothing to do with YBG and none of that. So I don't want to hear his name, but it only has to do with me and Saeed. And listen, I'm old enough to own up to what I did wrong. And during the situation, I genuinely 100% thought it was a joke. I just thought he was laughing, so I'm like, oh, like we all just laughing and geeking. But yeah, I see. It is wrong. It is really, really wrong. And what we did was wrong. You know, he clearly was uncomfortable with it, you know, and he was very hurt by it, so.
He's very hurt by it. That's all that we know. Again, that's not really... A lot of people were like, she's not apologizing because she actually feels any of these things. She's apologizing because you saw afterwards, the first initial response to it was like, there was no SA. And then everyone's like, yeah, there was. Also, he's embarrassed. He should be embarrassed. And then that proceeded into this, like, quote unquote, apology. Like, how do you confirm something like that afterwards? Like, how do you know that they're being authentic? Well, you know, based on their actions, and those didn't lead into anything that made sense. And keep in mind, this is like a couple, maybe a day or two in between these responses. So she completely flipped script. There's no further, real acknowledgement of it in any useful way. They now finally, probably likely as a response to the situation, they end up both banning Nina Lin and Zoe Spencer, who were both of the women that were involved. That ban lasted about 1 to 2 days. So we have the stream clips of that. Twitch unbans Nina Lin and Zoe Spencer within 48 hours after resurfaced assault clip. Within 48 hours. So this is a Dexerto article kind of talking about this, and we can take a look at that just to get a better timeline. Twitch has reinstated the channels of streamers Nina Lin and Zoe Spencer within 48 hours of being suspended. Viewers believe that they were initially banned due to the resurfaced clip. Now, keep in mind, all of this is happening at the same time that they are dealing with the pushback and the blowback from Emaru getting assaulted at TwitchCon. So they are allowing this person who both of them really assaulted this dude to just stream, even after it's been covered, even after it's been recognized and clearly visible from the stream clips that they were doing this to him. So, they're just crushing it on all fronts. And Saeed responded about it. This is just unreal, with them getting unbanned. Just fucking absurd. Oh, with Twitch initial ban, Saeed decided to come out on stream explaining his side of the situation about how that situation. Okay, so during all of this, we end up getting Saeed's point of view. He makes a statement on Twitch. It's like 13 minutes long. This is Saeed here.
Because I don't care about money. I don't care about anything like that. In February, some things did happen on a stream. I didn't handle it properly. I mean, I did talk about it briefly, and I just didn't want to deal with it more because reacting to certain ways, I have logs of multiple things talking about it, and I'll show all of them, and I will come out about past experiences where this has affected me a lot. When it originally happened, it was, I'm not going to show the video because it does still make me weirded out a lot, but originally when it happened, one of my friends reached out to me because I went live to get my mind off of it.
This is him from when that went down. There were assumptions made that Saeed was doing this for clout, that he was doing it for attention, something along those lines. These were messages that he was exchanging with his friend at that time. Why you end stream? People are just ruining my mood. I want to blow my brains out. I'm at the bottom of the barrel right now. And like, Fred's like, okay, you good, bro? Like, what is going on?
And the reason why I didn't say anything about it on stream or anything like that is I've dealt with something like this before. I didn't want to. When I dealt with it originally, I was working at a job, and it was a gym, and I told my boss about it, and all he did was make jokes about it. I tried to talk about it a lot more, and I didn't want to tell my parents, and it did affect me a lot. And this situation did bring back those memories, and it was hard to move past it originally. I went ahead and talked to my friend about it.
So just keep in mind that, you know, I guess nobody would have known this, but he's already dealt with this once. And the issue that he ran into is that his boss just made jokes about it. The following up is that this situation happens, and Nina Lin, the person who literally was a part of it and did it, is saying it would be embarrassing for him as a man to have this come out, that he was like sexually assaulted by 2 women. Like, how embarrassing is that? And poking fun at it. So the exact same thing is happening to the guy. Like, I feel terrible. So he says, I shouldn't have turned on stream because it just made it worse. Yeah, everybody needs that time and space. I'm not sure what the situation is, but honestly, or this isn't Saeed, this is his friend. Never let someone else's opinion affect you if it goes against your morals and values. So the reason why the whole situation was like bad for me is because I was assaulted 2 to 3 years ago by a gay man and nearly R-worded. What the fuck? I'm so sorry that happened to you. Yeah, that's why I got my mods to just ban the term, because I don't want to talk about it. Just weird situation. Do you feel a certain way about it now, or are you still healing from it? Well, it opened up past thoughts during that time. Person responds back. They've just kind of like blacked it out. I feel like you're really going through it right now. Today specifically, or these past few days have been very mentally burdening. Yeah, it happened 2 days in a row. Just need to like mentally reset. It's bad.
And then I said I was depressed for the last 3 days. I don't know. I just, ever since that, this whole thing resurfaced, like every single time it resurfaces, it just takes a toll on me, and I just don't want to talk about it just because of that. The main thing for me is like, I don't want my parents to see it and then have them like break down over it, because I did later on tell my parents about the sexual assault, and my mom ended up crying for a whole month and felt like it was her fault. It didn't stay in the circle, and it was very hard to hear my IRL say that she wanted me to tell her. I think that really, like, I was just depressed all day yesterday, and I did not want to talk to anyone.
Another thing to point out, and like he's saying, so this idea that Nina was like, I need to talk to this dude face to face. Do you typically like, do you have that opportunity as like being the perpetrator, that you have the decency to speak to the person that you did it to? Like, we need to sort this out. Like, obviously, maybe you should probably, you know, speak to someone that knows him, communicate in that way if you need to, but it's very clear that you're not somebody that he wants to speak to. Why would you think that he would want to engage with you after you assaulted him? That doesn't make sense. There's no like respected, you know, equal common decency that should be expected here. He believes that you sexually assaulted him. You can't really get through that. You can have conversations maybe with like people around it. I get that it's like, if you don't believe that happened, you need to figure it out, but like, holy shit, he wasn't doing super well.
I literally run away here, and I'm getting chased down the whole time. And this is the part where it literally just hold me down again and do it.
So Not once, multiple times they're doing this to this dude. Like, it's a joke. Disgusting. This isn't like a run-of-the-mill, like, oh my gosh, we made a mistake. This is like repeated shit that they're doing over and over to this dude. I was not able to garner from any of these experiences, at least from the footage itself, that he was happy about any of these incidents or that he was showing any reason for them to believe that he was cool with what they were doing. He was smiling, going along with it. You're also on stream. There's kind of an unspoken rule. You're not like really trying to make crazy shit go down on stream. You usually end up having to keep that till after. It's kind of like any show, in a theater show, in a when you're running a film. Think like, I guess, Leonardo DiCaprio during Django, he ends up cutting his hand open and he just keeps running the scene. That's an extreme example of what I'm talking about. But in like a theater show, when it's live ran and something goes wrong, you just keep going. You keep moving. You talk about it afterwards. I'm blown away that he's like, well, he was smiling the entire time that he was on camera. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, well, this isn't also her only victim. There's another. Let's bring them up too. This is a clip, and we also have Toast making a tweet about it. This is Toast, very huge fucking streamer, super well known. He ends up getting this like massage thing, and Nina Lin's here. And Nina just can't keep her hands to herself.
You ready?
Yeah, go ahead, Nina.
All right.
Okay,
I know. Concentrating on the bug.
Okay, girl.
No, Nina! Oh my! Wow, you have the best masseuse, Toast. Wow, she is so cold.
It is mind-blowing. Flip the genders. This doesn't go over well. Twitch would not have this person unbanned and banned if this shit was flipped in that way. They're very strong on that. I don't think that they're friends. To the best of my knowledge, they're not friends. They don't know each other. Imagine like going up to someone you do not know and doing this shit. It's just, it's insane. So Toast ends up replying about it, and he ends up addressing it because the clip started going around and resurfacing. This clip is going around with a recent convo, so I'll address it. I was trying to get a massage from the physical therapist when Nina, an IRL streamer I've never met, pushed aside the therapist and started grabbing at my ass while I was already laid on the table. I felt pressured to go along with it because 3 IRL streamer cameras pointed at my face, and also, being at a sponsored event, I did not want to escalate the situation. I was extremely uncomfortable the whole time. Definitely should have said something in the moment and regret not doing so, and honestly a little ashamed of myself for not speaking up because I just know if I ever spoke about it again in the future, people will say, well, you should have stopped it then. Note, I don't agree with the quoted tweet using a derogatory term to describe Nina, just wanted to use it as context. Another person like, yeah, I was super uncomfortable, but we're streamed. It's a sponsored event. Go figure. No wonder that they wouldn't say anything. So Nina's got 2 victims. At least. So this Twitch clip of Toast starts going pretty viral as well, going around, and again, Nina gets banned. The second ban would only last 1 week though. And very recently, on November 2nd, that ban was again lifted. She was banned for a week. She ends up making a statement on Instagram. Ooh. This comes from Yeet. Shout out to Yeet, of course. He's always got the receipts for everything. Nina Lin drops a statement after her second Twitch ban, says she's sorry, some things were misunderstood, and that she's apologized profusely to Saeed and Toast. I want to start off by saying my actions and words are inexcusable, and I am in no way defending them. I will not deflect from my wrongdoings, but I will speak on my truth, as there have been, and I really want you guys to like just take this entire apology in, because you're gonna need to really prep yourself for the clip we're about to show. But I will speak my truth, as there have been many clips circulating and spreading false and skewed narratives. I want to take some time and compose myself and reflect before releasing my apology. First and foremost, the comments I made about the situation with Saeed were completely misunderstood by the public, and I regret not choosing my words carefully. It is never embarrassing to be harmed or to speak out about it, ever. What I intended on expressing is that it is incredibly inconsiderate to bring up a friend's trauma in a joking manner and weaponize it against someone else on a huge platform that could re-traumatize the person harmed, as that is the only opinion that matters in this situation. Well, if that's the only opinion that matters in this situation, why were you denying that sexual assault happened, even though they said it was? I should have chosen my words wisely and spoken with more empathy instead of rushing my way through it and accidentally implicating things that I don't truly believe. I'm deeply sorry for the way I addressed the situation, and it was never my intent to make matters worse. Prior to the situation escalating, as soon as I was notified that he was deeply hurt and wanted to reach out to me, I was able to message Saeed several times and apologize for my actions. Well, I mean, fucking Saeed is a better man than me to be willing to reach out and confront what he had to go through. It's inexcusable to have to let it get that far to the point where he felt uncomfortable and harmed. That was never my intent, and it was completely my fault for not stopping the segment and reading the room better. As I was convinced by others that were close to him, implicated that it was a joke, I joined in, which I was in the wrong, and I will make no excuses for my lack of awareness and my actions. Is that why you did it multiple times? In regards to disguised toast at the streamer games, I was also out of line. Although I did not move the massage therapist out of the way, like that he described, I had and I asked for permission from Toast before he had laid down. I still shouldn't have been so comfortable with him because we had never met prior to the streamer games. I don't think she said, hey, can I beat on your ass? I think she probably asked, can I give you a massage? And then did that instead. I let the focus on content creating blind me, and I went too far to get a clip. It was at the expense of someone's comfort, and I deeply regret it. I have reached out to Toast as well to apologize profusely for my actions. My intentions were never to harm Toast or to catch him off guard, and for that I am deeply sorry. Would have been good to have something like this. I mean, I guess on Twitch you can't really post something like this. She finishes it up. I've had a few days to think about how I've been approaching streaming and how my actions can negatively impact people around me. She totally could have read this off on stream. I never want that to be the case. I'm incredibly sorry for any and all harm I have caused and will strive to not only be a better streamer, but a better person overall. Oh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. She's working on her own mental health. She's working on being a better person. We haven't ever heard that before in a content creator apology. I know I've received backlash online and I will take all of it in stride. I will never let the hateful comments stop me from pursuing my passion of streaming and being with my incredible community and the team I have built, which have truly been amazing throughout this whole situation. I won't let the haters stop me streaming with them, you know, getting me banned for sexually assaulting people on stream. Like, fuck those haters. Fuck all that noise. Whether the comments are coming from other creators, former friends, or viewers, I will strive to do better, learn, and grow, as that is the best and only option. I'm aware that no matter what I say or do, there'll be people that will use it against me, but I know myself, and I've never had malicious intent. I will work even harder than I have in the past, and although I may not ever be perfect, I'll be the best version of myself possible. Wow, that was almost touching. Admittedly, maybe this would be convincing for some people that maybe she's turning a new leaf. If you're naive and new to the internet, you might think so. And admittedly, this is dripping with a bit of bias, if you will, because she did end up getting to come back to stream. And that stream tells a very different story, gives a little bit of a different perspective on how she truly feels about this entire situation. So let's maybe take a look at that. So she comes back on stream, and I think I just kind of want to let the clip play.
That means hi, right? Oh, what the fuck? Yo, why you always hitting me? Stop with those punches. Oh, shit, I can't touch you no more because I have to make it sign an NDA. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, that's going to be tough, bro. It's going to come up 3 months later.
I won't come.
Oh, me punch you? You want me to punch you? Are you okay?
Did you send that NDA or no?
You sure? So I am not sexually assaulting you.
No.
I am not. You consent to this.
Yes.
You fully am okay with this.
Yes.
You will not use this clip against me later in 3 months later.
Never.
Or 9 months later.
No.
Or 6 months later.
No.
No? Hey, chat sees this, bro. Ready? All right.
Okay.
Ready? 1. You asked for this. Nod your head. 2 times. Did you get it? Okay.
Wait, can I say something?
Damn.
Wait, can I say something?
Damn.
Listen, can I say something? Can I say something?
What?
He can't sign no consent because he's 16, so I'm not gonna lie. Yo, call your lawyer.
Motherfucker, yo, hey, you can't do that shit. Yo. Actually, no, you can do that shit. You can do whatever you want because in the court of law, you are human.
No,
You feel me?
you need a legal guardian to sign for him.
We gotta do that shit now. We really gotta do that shit now. We gotta do that shit now, bro. Because bitches get tight over anything these.
Number 1, I don't know how anyone's fucking watching this. This has got to be kids watching this. Number 2, yeah, so all of that heartfelt apology, sincerity of like taking that situation seriously, and the day that she is back on stream, that is a 16-year-old in the car with her. Yeah, at least they're saying that dude's 16. She's saying, oh, guys, hold on. You need to make sure you don't use this against me. This isn't sexual assault. Are you okay with it? She's clearly making a mockery of the fact that she got called out for this shit. This is editor Quinthio coming in because I wanted to show you guys this clip that is objectively worse than the one I ended up showing you guys in the live stream. Keep in mind, depending on where you're seeing this clip, the individual that you're gonna see her smacking the ass of is a 16-year-old.
Go!
Ah, no way.
Nah, like, let's go. You gotta.
Yo.
You gotta go. Go. Oh, shit.
Just felt it was important to include a little bit of that context because that clip, for me, is objectively worse than the one that I ended up showing where she's just mocking the fact that she was banned for what she had already done. I am blown away that someone who has, and we have to assume, been banned twice on the platform, which is shocking that it happened twice, was banned for sexually assaulting not only an individual Silky's assistant, but also Toast, that they get to exist on the platform at all. I'm blown away that this is still a thing. In Moist Critical's words, sexual assault bad. I'm willing to die on that hill. I do think it's bad, guys. I don't know about you, but I don't know why she's still here. It doesn't make sense. Her first stream back, she is making fun of it and punching a 16-year-old. I don't get it. I mean, everyone else is going over this in the same way. Asmongold has been doing the same shit. Even she ended up like going after Asmongold because he was talking about it. It was like, how is she not fucking banned off of the platform? This is one of Asmongold's tweets here. He was also talking about it on stream. Sexual assault live on stream is a 1-week ban. How is this possible? There's a point where people should be contacting advertisers in Amazon leadership, and I'm pretty sure we're there. Yeah, we're well past that. This is the other clip. So she was saying shit like, you know, the dude who keeps talking about me that's living in their mother's basement. Asmongold lives in the attic, which I think he's going to clarify. But he ends up responding to her because she's like, you must be obsessed with me. You must be obsessed with me to be talking about me this much.
That weird motherfucker that lives in the basement of his mom's house.
It's an attic, excuse you.
Be chatting about me all damn day long. You are obsessed with me. I think you in love with me. No cap. I genuinely think you get no pussy and you in love with me, bro. Like, you gotta
Talk whatever you want, crash out however much you want. That's totally fine. Nothing that you're gonna say is gonna make me mad. You're not gonna upset me. You're not gonna bait me into, you know, some weird internet beef. You're just a disgusting bitch. That's it. And it's got nothing to do with this about me at all.
This is, you know, a little bit of headcanon, milkman headcanon. I don't believe, well, I guess I have to. I think there are people that are dumb enough to think that, yeah, if I just say that this person who is talking about or is very vocal about me being a complete, you know, piece of shit for sexual assault, whatever that is, they must just be obsessed with me. Like they just want to have sex with me. That's got to be it. That's why they're saying all these horrible things. He's just lonely, wants to have sex with me. It's so hard for me to actually fathom that there are people who genuinely believe that, being in Nina's position. It feels like she only is saying that shit because that's going to kind of insulate the people that are actually like somehow diehard fans of her because they're entertained by her content, that if they are completely tuned out from the drama in its entirety, and they see her addressing Asmongold like this, saying, oh my God, you must be so fucking obsessed with me, doesn't even give his name, then that further insulates them because they're hearing her talk about this crazy person, and now they're hearing this person just being chalked up to, oh, they're this weird incel that wants to have sex with Nina. I don't need to look into this. It doesn't matter. It sounds like that. I have absolutely no evidence to support this, no like basis for that. That's the only way I can somehow justify why she is talking about this in the way that she is. I don't know anybody that would actually use that as a defense for what she's doing. It just seems like it's going to be to her benefit just for the loyal viewers of hers to not look into this and they're just going to ignore it. But for everyone else that is watching it, it's kind of like the Dr. Disrespect thing where it's like, are you fucking serious? That's the hill you're going to die on. You're going to call it Asmongold for being an incel? Okay. That's kind of where we wrap it up now. So clearly she's not taking it seriously. I'm very curious to hear what people are going to think about this one because it's been going on this entire time with the Emaru shit. And to have all of this going down in tandem with Emaru, and then they followed up with what, you know, we had talked about earlier with their response and donating money. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. They should probably be putting that money into hiring new staff. Now that brings this video to a close. Obviously, if there's any new Nina Lin stuff, I'll be sure to cover it in a future video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and I'll see you guys later. Adios, peace, bye.